Mhm. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our Vampire the Masquerade game, 5th edition. We are playing Cerberus Seers. The crew is currently on the hunt for what seems to be a serial killer that has reappeared 40 years after Husk last knew they were active. Um, Callie, do you want to try and do a little bit of a recap?
Yeah, I can. I got you. I've got six pages. So
Six
6 P's.
Okay. I was scared for a
A
hot
lot
minute
of stuff happened last
because I'm
time.
like, I thought you said 6-0. And I'm a
Oh,
girlfriend. That's my notes for this
I
game.
thought
Like,
16.
No, six.
Either way, the fact that she has like three times as much notes for your games than mine says something.
That the it gets convoluted and we do stupid shit in this game. Yeah.
That's why. That's why I have so many notes. I'm like, I have to keep. I also have to keep my brain on track, and absolutely have to tonight. Because my brain.
You're barely on your
I'm
medication.
not on. I forgot to take my medication last night. So anyway,
oh,
But
yeah.
hey, same. I forgot mine this morning.
did
Just
you
Me
guys
do
too.
take
what
your
you.
meds today? Are we good?
Don't worry,
Uh,
mine just keep me alive.
Okay.
okay.
Your
Kevin
face.
or Cat
See,
pass
you got
out.
so
You
washed
know
out
why.
when you said that, Kevin.
I am a bit washed out in this.
Yeah, maybe close the curtain some. Maybe that would that help?
How?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought that would help. I don't know.
You're really blown out.
Uh,
You need to
anyway,
I don't know what kind of camera you have, if it's like a laptop camera or whatever.
There you
Um
go, webcam. We're just working on
it
things.
yeah.
if
We're-
it's Logicam, it has like a app that you can like play with the settings on it.
I'll worry about it in a bit. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Poppy, Leon, and Matthew wait outside while Husk ran back inside, and Betty is pulling up to the parking lot. JJ and Willem are waiting with a gurney. Heather jumped out of the back of the hearse and onto the driver to feed from him. Betty tried to stop her, but was unsuccessful. We let Heather drink a little bit, but Matthew was able to pull her off. JJ licked the wound clothes on the hearse driver, and Poppy bent down and used cloud memory on him and then said, "You were attacked by a raccoon." Matthew and JJ brought Heather inside, but she is still lashing out. She is frenzying. Matthew notices Heather's autopsy scars for the first time and starts to catch on what's going on. JJ and Matthew strap Heather to a chair so she can no longer attack them. JJ tells Matthew to use Philip's Rasmus supply to give to Heather. Matthew noticed that the vitae that JJ wanted him to give Heather was the vitae that Rasmus left for Philip. Matthew became unsure about doing it, even though JJ said it was okay. So he texted Poppy asking if it was okay. Poppy, Betty, and Leon helped the hearse driver and had him go to urgent care down the street. Poppy then confronted Willem, asking him what happened. Willem explained the situation and how he didn't think it would work. Poppy is pissed. JJ and Matthew ended up feeding Heather Rasmus's vitae. When she settled down and opened her eyes, they were completely white. The world outside, uh, the world outside as the group is going in, turns completely black. No moon, no streetlights, completely black. Inside, the lights above JJ and Matthew completely go out. Husk, in the middle of making eggs for his Royale with cheese, experiences the lights go out for him as well. Matthew and Husk use Eyes of the Beast. Is that what it is called?
Close enough.
Okay. Husk continues to try to make eggs, but when he reaches out for a pan, it has disappeared. He reaches around as his eyes are adjusting and realizes he's in the cave he spent his first day sleep in. He comes out of the cave and sees the trees above him. He notices eyes staring back at him and decides to turn into a wolf to stare back. Matthew's eyes adjust to see the rooftop in front of him. He is standing on a rooftop he has stood on before. He starts to have a tussle with the foe he has tussled with before. JJ is sitting in a chair in his lab across from a corpse, and an IV shared between them, and black liquid flowing from the corpse to JJ. JJ looks out the window and sees a battlefield of corpses, and he rips the IV and goes to investigate. Poppy wakes up, blood flowing from her, staining the tent next to her. She looks up to the sky as it's raining, and a black figure blots out the light. Poppy thinks the same thing she thought the first time. This is death come to take me. Betty opens her eyes to the bars of a prison. She watches her fingernails fall off. She starts to punch the wall in frustration. Leon is sitting on a hill with his sire. His sire offers him whiskey. The whole circus seems to have something awful happen to them. Leon's sire lunges at him. Matthew notices... Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Next page. Apologize. The world tilts and we all come together in the middle of the woods. We notice that Willem isn't with us, but we hear him talking in a distance and head towards his talking. We come upon Willem and Heather in the middle of a clearing. Willem is completely disassociating, and Poppy goes to comfort him. Betty reaches out to Heather and immediately transports us to another location. Heather is in a pool of blood, all of us around the pool with our own reflection shown in it. A dark figure looms over her, and she pulls out a large golden cage with a raven inside of it. We snap back to reality.
Whoops.
Heather is scared and upset, but we all go to comfort her. Betty gives her the quick rundown on being a vampire. Poppy tells the group that the power Heather used was a really powerful dementation. This happened way earlier, but I forgot to write it down. Husk sits down across from Heather and tells her that he is sorry for her dying and becoming a vampire. It's not something that most of us choose, and it's not something we want to happen again. So we need to make sure we can get info from her if she remembers it. Heather recounts the premonition that she had, telling us she saw Joanne Hooks and 3 other women staring at her, 1 brunette and 2 blondes. Someone suggests that Poppy draw the other women. Betty has a heart-to-heart with Willem during the talk with Heather. Husk asks Heather to recount the last few weeks of her life. Heather says she can recount the guy that killed her. She met the man who killed her several weeks before he killed her. He called himself Sam Hartman. They went on a date. He was charming, and she didn't get any bad vibes. She invited him back to her home for a glass of wine, and that's when she passed out. When she woke up, another victim was tied up on the couch. It was not one of the women that she saw staring at her. Description of Sam: tall and narrow, pale, short brown hair, hazel/brown eyes, square face. He's possibly in his late 20s, but more likely in his 30s. Wears slacks and button-downs, uses Old Spice, has a zippered binder, had a business card with his name and number. He told Heather he was a realtor. He jogs and exercises. Heather asked Poppy to sit with her while she washed up. Heather asked if the girl who was with Sam was someone they didn't know about. Poppy and Betty said no, and Poppy said she is probably still there, still around him. Heather said it seemed like she was drugged. She was scared, but also seemed to do everything that Sam asked her to do without thinking. Poppy suggested that maybe the girl was a ghoul. JJ says he doesn't know where the bathroom is at the Haven. And then he didn't know that we had one. How did you not know that? JJ said, I don't know. I use the bathroom at home. And Husk said, some of us don't have homes, jackass.
Some of us don't need to use the bathroom.
The guys are going to the library at 4 a.m. so JJ can perform some weird magic. The girls are staying with Heather. Matthew broke into the library and stayed at the door as a lookout. Leon stayed with him. JJ went into the archive with Husk, and he started to do his blood magic to find information that specifically targeted information regarding missing persons with similar circumstances to what we already know about the victims. And that's what you missed.
I love your recaps. They're so detailed. I need you to send me pictures of them next time because your notes are better than mine. My God. So it's been a long evening, but like y'all still kind of have time. So I believe, JJ, you were at the library.
Mm-hmm.
What does your spell look like?
It basically cut myself, and just blood droplets and stuff and like streams of blood just go everywhere around the um library and stuff, finding the things, and if it's the stuff that I'm looking for, it kind of like just sits on the thing. Yeah.
Okay. So I believe all of the guys went, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The girly pups
Um,
are having a slumber party.
yeah.
Yay!
So you guys see JJ's blood sort of just flow out of him and float through the air and then start just like oozing over books and computers. And as it touches the keyboards, these computers like actually turn on and start scrolling through information. Um, so Kevin, do you have like eyebrow emojis on?
Oh no! No! The Yesify Kevin. Oh no! That's awful.
I don't know why everyone's laughing. I think he looks great.
It's a surprise.
Drawn
God wants us to be in the video. But I don't even notice.
on. Okay. Yeah. So your spell is specifically looking for, I believe it was missing persons or murdered women, between, we'll say like, was it 10 years before and after,
Yeah,
Joe
and
Hope's murder.
with that were drained of blood,
Okay.
extenuated.
Okay.
That word I can't pronounce.
Mhm.
Also things that mentioned raven feathers and other details we have from the case.
Mhm.
So anything that kind of has that information should hit.
Mhm. Okay, so you get a handful of hits. So you do come up with a few names. The names are Madison Carpenter, Angie Gray, and Lisa Strong.
You okay?
Yeah, I just heard something at the door. Nope, I heard the air conditioning apparently.
I gather up the
What's the last
information.
lady's name? Sorry.
Lisa Strong.
Who was the third? Who was the second then?
Okay, hang on. I will send them to the chat.
I am so sorry.
Betty Week. Oh.
I
You're
think
fine.
it was Lindsay Gray.
Oh, the pain.
And then like you would also get details from like um all of these women were found dead. So you get like reports of um a handful of them were missing for some time before their bodies were found. And you get like my brain is shitting the bed. Obituaries, missing posters, the occasional like archived newspaper articles of like people talking about them. Um, let's see. What
See.
else would this come up with? Okay. And this is specifically anything that is written. Okay, what I'm asking is, would this troll the internet for you?
The internet and flash drives and all that kind of stuff. it says, I believe there's some along the lines of
It would
GM
take a lot longer, maybe.
storyteller discretion kind of
Oh.
thing.
I'll say that it does seem like it is still current. There are a couple computers that are currently scrolling through what you see are like current newspapers. But the majority, like those three names that came up, they were all from, let's see, it was Lisa Strong, was killed in September of 1985. Angie Gray was killed in November of 1985. And then Madison Carpenter was killed in 1986. And we'll say, I think it was February. Yeah. Let's see. You do see that there is one article that is concerning Madison Carpenter, the one killed in 1986, where it is a newspaper article talking about how while the police are keeping many of the details of this very tragic incident pretty private in an effort to protect the investigation, this newspaper sources have said that there was a black feather found near the corpse, and that her body had been completely drained of blood as well. But the chief detective on the case refused to make a statement on anything of the veracity of that information at all.
Surprise.
Very much kept clear that they're not letting that out. As this is all of this stuff is going through, Leon, Matthew, and Husk, are you like leaning over computers to look at things or anything?
I stayed by the door to keep an eye out for anyone. Like I'm not outside, but like I'm near the front door side door we came in, wherever.
Yeah, I'm not watching this weird magic shit.
I'm
Okay,
for sure.
fair.
I think
I'm in
we see it. So go ahead, Reese.
So I'm in the room with
Yes.
JJ, so I can be looking around.
Okay. Yeah, the article that mentioned the feather and the lead investigator that wasn't willing to talk about it, Husk, you actually recognized the name of that detective. That is his name was Edward Nix. He was the one that was handling Joe's case primarily. And then obviously this one, but that would have been far after you were no longer on the scene.
Yeah. Edward Nix.
A handful of other details that you get about them. So Madison Carpenter was 19. She was a software engineer, was found in her apartment by her roommate. Let's see. Angie Gray was she was 31, and she was vice president at a private investment firm when she was found in her boyfriend's apartment. And then Lisa Strong was 35, and she was an attorney at a rather prominent law firm, and she was found killed in her own home.
So this guy likes strong women. Smart, powerful women. Getting tired of writing already.
I'm just writing them down fast. Sorry. Go ahead.
I can give some of these details in the chat too. So give me a second. Yeah, so in the meantime, was there anything else specifically you guys were looking for?
No, it's mainly that.
Okay. Meanwhile, what are the girls doing?
Now,
I would like to, before, because I think last time Poppy had brought up to Heather about forcing a premonition.
Mhm.
And maybe that's something Betty can also share in. Before we get started, Willem is still in the room, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to him.
Hey.
slap the shit out of him a couple more times.
No. Willem, are you okay?
I'll be fine.
I'm sorry I let my anger get the better of me, and I do not think that you are fully to blame. And I am sorry that I reacted in that way.
I mean, yes, it was JJ's idea, but I am fully capable of. It was a decision I made as well. And he just kind of like looks over at her and notices that she's kind of watching him too. Our lives, our own lives, I suppose, are not easy, but there's value to be found. And I hope that with the choice that I made, we can hopefully prevent others from being killed.
Yes, I believe overall it was quite an interesting solution to the problem, but a solution.
It doesn't, I understand that it may not have been a good idea. And he looks over and like, um, looks at Heather and says, I completely understand if you hate me for it, but I hope that at least we can work together to try and figure out who killed you and what they plan to do with this other woman that they seemingly have taken with them. Is that the consensus? There was no evidence that anybody, I don't know what was found at her apartment. Um, I don't know. Did any of you go, or was that just Husk? Is it?
I do believe it's just Husk. But have to talk to him later about it. Also, the police, the box of, oh, we didn't take her box. Dang
Hmm? Oh, you didn't take the stuff from Heather's
Yeah,
baseball. You do have the stuff from Joe Hooks's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Maybe that's something we could talk to Husk about later.
Is there a way for us to make like a fake body so people don't think there was a fucking body stolen?
that's that's the thing we're gonna have to come up with a solution for. Um, there are options.
I think we'll talk about those options later.
Yeah,
We might
that's
have
that's
to
a problem
step
for.
on it before, people start noticing these things.
Well, while we are doing,
For what it's worth, all of the paperwork was said that she was transferred here. Um, it's been forged, and they will undoubtedly come asking questions. But um, spoke with Philip very briefly and uh, informed him that he may need to delay with red tape for a bit until we come up with some answers.
All right.
Well, we will figure it out. Willem, you are my friend, and I care about you very much. And I am afraid that if I were to be harsh on you the way that I was, once again, without you fully needing it, I might lose you as a friend. So I sincerely apologize. You are to blame, but not fully to blame.
I've done many foolish things. It was warranted. May have been justified, doesn't mean it was the right choice, but we live with our actions after the fact.
Would you like to help us with the premonition?
Yes.
Okay. Let us all sit in a circle.
What are we focusing on?
Heather,
So specifically, it would help if you pick like a question that you want answered.
any ideas, Betty?
About Heather?
Or about the case, her specific case?
Well, if we can get an image, like, if you can see a vision through her eyes, so we can get a visual on this guy.
Heather, are you okay if we force a premonition to see Sam?
Yeah, I I'm honestly not super sure what you're talking about. But like
You watched That's a Raven. It's like that, you know.
Betty's seen That's a Raven.
Betty has a lot of time on her hands, all right? Like, sometimes
how
you get
old
in
is
a
Heather?
funk. You just watch Disney Channel at 3 o'clock in the morning, okay?
I'm trying to figure out how old Heather is, if this would make sense for her or not.
Hang on, it might be
Actually, yeah, no, yeah. Okay, yeah. So, like, is that a thing everyone can do, or is that
You're a
because of that?
special cookie. You get a special little
Is that because of the stuff that um JJ gave me, or
No. That's because of the
Yes.
stuff that Willem gave you.
So
This is a lot to explain and probably have to explain later, but the rundown of the situation is, in layman's terms, Willem is your father, I am your sister, and you have gained a certain specific set of powers that will allow you to move about the world in a special and specific way. And one of those special and specific ways is premonition, which I have an inkling that you probably have.
right, because of all of the stuff that we saw.
You might get a little funky, and
So
what happens when you have premonitions? You get a lot of them.
Okay.
So be on lookout for that.
So you said like go about the world. Can I like put my like what I don't know what that's called. Like put my brain somewhere else. Like it like
Some people can.
The Palantirs, the seeing stones from Lord of the Rings, like see other stuff far away.
Sometimes
Possible.
I have the ability to talk to people on this mystical thing called the web. And I can sometimes see their thoughts or their words in emojis. It just
I go on
depends.
You know,
this
for
thing
a
called the
minute, I
web
thought you were
and
talking
see
about like,
emojis.
I figured you were talking about like a mystical web, like I don't know, ley lines or some shit. And then you mentioned emojis. That like, do you have a telepathic internet, or
More
is it
like
like
a
AOL?
telepathic AOL.
Okay, telepathic AOL.
Hmm.
This is not what I was expecting.
But only to people who also are on the telepathic AOL.
Okay. Okay,
Shall
so
we begin?
you just want to see Sam. Okay.
If it is possible, I would also like, maybe we could try this later. The women that you saw, and the woman that you saw, maybe
The one that
if
was
you want
alive.
the one that's alive.
Yeah,
I am
I
hoping
think I
that
can do that.
a combined effort of you and me and Willem and Betty would be able, maybe we'd be able to all see it together.
Our friend Steve.
Sorry, Kevin is like unpacking boxes in the background. It's just adding shit in.
I can hear the voices now.
Yeah. So I will say, uh, while you guys sit down to do that, back in the library, I'll say at this point, JJ spell, it's probably been like 30, 45 minutes or so, and JJ spell,
Oh,
um,
it's a kind of instantaneous spell.
oh, it
It
is?
marks everything, and then we can retrieve the information.
Oh, I thought it took like longer if it's in like a very specific, or if
It
it's in like,
it takes longer by depending on the size of the area.
oh, okay. So I'll say it continues on for, I mean, it's a scene, right? So maybe like 5, 10 minutes or so.
Mhm.
Um, and finally you start to see the computers that had been scrolling through um the like local
Web.
yeah, the more recent news information obviously shows up everything that the public knows about Heather. Um um yeah, and that's the stuff you get from that. I will say, Matthew, because you are watching the door and you know what you're looking for, you do know that there are probably cameras in this building.
Oh, I'm definitely wearing my ball cap then.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm standing where hopefully hopefully there's some cover if I know where the cameras are, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe pointing out to my friends like where the blind spots might be if I can.
Yeah, so like the group of you, I'll say, actually, you know what? Let's do a roll. This sounds like, would this be larceny or stealth? I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with larceny. This sounds like intelligence and larceny.
For
Okay.
whom?
I'm gonna say for Matthew primarily since he is the one familiar with this sort of thing. Um, but anybody else that is rather proficient could attempt it.
Okay. Larceny. Oh.
I'm just intelligence. I'm not a larcenogen.
I'm gonna willpower reroll.
Hmm.
Okay. Um. Well, that was helpful. I got 2 successes.
Okay. Um, so you are fairly certain that you're able to keep everybody's faces off of the cameras at least. You do think that it's a good chance that at least like body types probably have been seen. That crazy blood shit probably definitely is on camera.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
but I just saw your message about almost choking on a pretzel and I said camera. Um, however, it's not that hard to deduce where like the back offices area may be. So you could attempt to do something with that if you so decide.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna look at Leon. I'm gonna saunter over and I'm gonna say, um, we might want to see if we can do something about the camera. I really should have thought of that sooner.
Hmm.
But let's go wander while they're busy over there.
Yeah, I don't think we can help him.
No. So yeah, we're gonna make for the security office to see what we can do about this camera feed.
Yeah. So it's just the door off to one side that says like employees only. Um, it is locked, but I'll
Sure.
say easily enough, you can pop the lock.
Excellent.
It doesn't have like a security system. It's basically it's pretty simple. Um, inside you see like one large room and like five very cluttered, crowded desks in this room.
Mhm.
And then off to the side, one of these desks has like the TV monitors
Mhm.
um that currently have um like most of the computer, like I say half the computers are still on and it's just like the login screens. And then these two monitors are very clearly showing like camera footage. There's a bunch of different devices and stuff hooked up to them. That you're guessing this is like the command center for it.
I'm gonna look at Leon. I'm gonna say, so you're really good with animals. How are you with this stuff?
I know how to make it not work anymore, but not with finesse.
Most people can.
We could just take.
Um,
Do we just take the tapes?
my fear is, a friend of mine tells me that nowadays they've got this thing called like a cloud
Hmm.
there, and like the even if you take the physical copies of things, like the potentially that still exists. Um, you know, give me one moment. I am going to call Shaban.
Hey Siobhan, how do I get things off the cloud?
Dude.
How do I make it rain?
Oh wait. It's ringing.
Yeah, it works
It's
like
raining, it's raining.
longer than it should, in your opinion. Um, on like at the point where you're like, okay, like she's not answering. It's gonna go to her voicemail. It does you do hear it's like you looking for an update on the information you asked for or
Hello, love. Not exactly. I've got a bit of a
a situation?
always.
Why am
So
I not surprised?
well, because I'm me and you're you. But I'm here with a friend of mine, and we're standing in front of a bunch of those wonderful computers, and there's cameras, and we see a camera feed, and well, I kind of want to make whatever they might have recorded tonight go away.
Are you kidding me? You
No?
don't disappear for months and not say shit and then show up and treat me like tech support and then not even show up like I haven't actually seen your face yet.
Things have just been a bit complicated since I got back, and you
Where
just are
were
so
you that
good at
you got back?
um
It doesn't matter.
yeah, no, I was a bit buried, like
Okay, you're saying it's cameras with the cloud. Where are you? Because that often will determine. So you don't know if they have a cloud or not. You don't know if they're uploading continuously.
Oh, I have no idea. I just can see that the cameras are working because I can see,
Okay,
yeah, that they're working.
where are you? Because that would help.
I'm gonna tell her where we are, whatever library this is.
What the fuck are you doing in a library this time?
Right.
Never mind. I don't even want to know.
You know, I said the same thing. You never catch me in a library, and now here I am. Surprise.
All right, well, it's not a huge main branch. So I'm going to assume security is not quite as high.
I mean, right? Who wants to
And
steal
there's
fucking
no,
books?
yeah, I mean, it'd be different if you were like at the main central library in downtown Baltimore. Like that, like they've got like historical artifacts there. Like their security is going to be way higher than, bumfuck. I mean, it's bumfuck, but like quiet little county library are.
The news is I don't know where that one is either. I put my hand over the phone for a second. Liam, we're going to be fine.
I'm gonna say chances are they probably are not uploading to the cloud. Because they're not uploading to the cloud, that means that it is probably a closed system, which means I will not be able to affect it unless I'm on site. So if you absolutely need to make sure, I would recommend that you take anything that could use the data. So any physical hard drives, I mean, depending on how old the system is, they might like use literal tapes or CDs, but most likely it's probably going to be like a hard drive connected to the thing. Worst case scenario, you can just take the whole tower, or if you are not afraid of making a mess, a baseball bat should be pretty efficient.
I cover the phone again. All right, Leon.
A fire would probably be better, but
oh, hang on. So, Leon, we either need to take it all with us, smash it to bits, or she said we can burn it.
that would be ideal. I mean, it is a
That's
library,
ideal.
so it depends on how, what qualms you have about it. Personally, I think it would be bad, but like if you can contain it to the room, I don't know how great you are at arson.
I've never done arson.
I guess we'll find out. All right, so, well, I appreciate you, and you'll see me soon. I'm,
That's fucking better.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean
Also,
to.
are you aware that your new boy toy has been following me around, trying to get in touch with you?
What?
I don't know. He said his name was some stupid thing like Knight or Brooke, I think.
Oh shit. I'll text him.
Okay. Because like
That skeleton is gonna come out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, that's awkward.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be doing that. I'm gonna talk to him.
I don't know what the hell you've been up to, but like whatever it is, I don't know how this random twink goth boy is involved, but there's him, and I'm pretty sure there's a PI as well.
Wait.
But
wait, how did nobody should yeah, I've got to look into that. Nobody should be bothering you.
Yeah, that would be ideal, but I mean, you're calling me at God knows what time of night, so.
Yeah, Matthew looks like they're like Leon, you watch him go from just like, that like, oh, we might burn it, and all of a sudden he looks very like concerned, like squinting his eyes and like almost like he looks like he gets a little bit angry.
I'll ask about that later.
By the way, I did. I'm honestly a little tempted to ignore you and tell you to figure out this on your own, but whatever it is, like, clearly this is very important to you, at least. I did find out that text, that number, it does seem to be from a burner phone. I contacted the company that produces that SIM card, and possibly forged a subpoena and was told that the SIM card was sold in a Walmart in Maryland. They couldn't exactly point where, um, but there's like three of them within 5 miles of where your apartment is. Um, but that's what I've got for the moment. I might be able to get more depending on how far I mean, I suppose I could call the Walmarts and see, but
Do they have a closed camera system, or is that something you can hack?
no Walmart.
I don't know.
No.
Nothing gives me more joy than vampires that don't know what technology is. It's very good.
So I could see it being. I think it would probably upload to the cloud, honestly, because like that's the sort of one where like they don't nick you for petty theft. They wait until you've stolen enough for it to be like, more than a misdemeanor.
Mm.
So yeah, that's probably uploaded to the cloud. Yeah.
All right. Well,
You're not like.
Hmm?
What are you planning to do in a Walmart? You know what? I don't want to know.
Yeah, best not you ask. I'll get back to you, and maybe not. I might ask you to come over and share some with my friends if you find out more. But yeah, I'm gonna go because I may be starting a fire. So
Okay.
Hmm?
Have fun.
I'm going to hang up the phone and look at Leon. So, steal the shit, break the
Yeah.
shit, or burn the shit. What do you think?
Stealing would leave less traces, maybe.
Mm.
We just take, I've seen it in the movies. They have like little boxes with handles. You just pull them all out. Like tapes.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll start looking for
point,
tapes.
JJ, your spell has ended. You do probably see the door open and hear some of this conversation.
What are the odds he has a better idea?
I mean, I can burn it down if you want to, but we could just.
I think we
don't
should
know.
just take the tapes. Maybe they'll think they forgot to put tapes in.
Yeah, we could do that.
We can burn the tapes later if you really want.
Yeah, it's gonna start to be suspicious, but
Yeah, I'd say that it would be
got an idea. All right.
they would be on hard drives.
All
And
right.
like a handful of external hard drives that are hooked up to it.
We could take
I
those.
grabbed the hard drives.
Okay.
And then, as we're walking out, this is like the computer room. Is there like a main office kind of thing where the administration would be?
I'll say that like this area does seem like it's like a working environment for a lot of the like local like
Mhm.
librarians. There is another door off to the side that has like a name plaque on it, and it's like um uh director
All right.
Sheena Gray or something like that.
Right.
Does seem like that would be
Matthew, Leon,
Yeah.
knock the books off that case, pick up the case, slam it into that door several times, and then drop the case.
I do that thing.
You got it, boss.
I have a 5 strength. How you doing there, Leon?
I'm a little bit lower, but I can carry the lighter end.
All right, so basically we're making it look like a B&E, so we can go and then they try to break in and then they stole the tapes. Usual stuff. Hold on, I gotta check out some books.
Are you just
Okay.
supporting?
I'm watching. I'm supervising.
All right, I think we got everything, so let's get out of here.
all right. Yeah.
We gotta make it home before the sun rises. Some of you gonna be crispy critters. Guarantee.
Yeah. Yeah, like it probably would be a fun time for anybody. What in the dick?
That's a cat.
Off Adobe.
Oh, that's just a cat on the screen again.
Okay. Sorry. So I just looked it up because a number of you do not have any dots in technology.
I have 2.
Just to be aware, a singular dot means you know how to upgrade a home PC and keep it protected from viruses. That is the floor. Just
So it's pretty normal to have no dots.
Yeah, the people here are working
depending on your
IT.
age,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then Reese and Luke and a few other people on Discord know what those zero dot people are like.
That's a
I work
website.
with them,
I know
and they
many,
work in IT.
I know many. Not all of them work in IT, but also I am going to text a certain Stormcrow young man,
Mhm.
and I'm going to say I would like to meet you tomorrow night at what is Betty's D-Day, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
At D-Day, I'm gonna say 10 p.m. if that works for you. And I'll send that in the process so I don't forget.
Mhm. All right. Um, um,
Um. So yeah, we head out to get out of the sun soon, guys. There's sun be rising soon.
okay. So I assume you guys are heading back to the shared haven. Okay. So meanwhile, um, Betty, Poppy, Heather, and Willem sit down in a circle. Um, how does this work? Like, do you um
Well,
I have no idea. This is not my specialty.
sometimes you have to think about it really, really hard. It's something very specific. You clear out your entire mind except for that specific thing, and then it's just kind of the roll of the dice. Um,
God
and sometimes
damn
it
it.
just kind of blindsides you, honestly. You'd be
okay.
in the middle of somebody you never
God
knew's
is making
bedroom,
me
and then
roll.
he did there's the just a just a vision of a raven eating ashes is just there. It's kind of weird, but anyway, so
Okay.
we're gonna help you through it. Clear your mind,
Okay.
breathe, and if any of this gets hard for you, we can stop.
Okay.
We're here. We're all gonna sit in a circle and hold hands now.
Okay.
Do you want me to be a part of this or?
I mean, you could try. It's worth trying.
Mhm.
She was
I'll
able to.
hang out. I'll make sure that you don't guys don't go frenzy on us.
Okay. Well, she was able to affect all of us before, so I was wondering if it could happen again. But it's fine. We could. That's for a different time. Okay.
Yeah.
We will sit in a triangle then.
Okay. So this is me looking up the teamwork rule for the first time in ages, maybe ever. Here it is. If two or more characters can effectively work together on a task, such as investigating a crime scene or tag teaming a mark in a confidence game, roll the largest pool among the participants, adding one additional die for each character assisting that has at least one dot in the skill involved. All right, so premonition. What does that use?
Oh, go find it.
I missed doing
All right,
premonition.
here we go. B5 character creation. Premonition. Um, so this is under all specs. Premonition uses resolve and all specs. So how many dice would that be for Poppy?
5.
5. Okay. Let me find Heather's character sheet. Hmm. Give me a second. I'm having trouble finding it. There she is. And Willem, because he is here too. I said it was Auspex and
Resolve.
Resolve. Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, so I'll say Willem has the highest pool.
Nice.
I'll say, Poppy, you go ahead and roll yours just to see how well you do. And then I will add one from Poppy, one from Heather, and Betty, I'll say roll Resolve and Occult.
Okay. I can do that.
Does premonition require a hunger roll? I don't think it does.
It
No.
it requires a rouse check.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Free or 1 rouse check. So
2 successes.
Okay.
And it only matters if you got a 10 on the hunger if there's another 10, right?
Correct. Yes.
I
Yeah.
always forget.
You need 2 10s for it to matter. All right. So, what did Poppy get?
I only got 1 success.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So you all sit down and focus. Um, you see Heather just sort of like squinting her eyes really close and like occasionally will like peek an eye open to look at the rest of you guys. Willem just sort of sits there and just stares aimlessly into space. Um, and Poppy, you've seen this a handful of times. That's usually what he looks like when he's getting his premonitions. He sort of just freezes in place and just stares blindly forward for a few moments. Um, and as Heather like opens her mouth about to ask something, um, all of you, hang on, what did Betty get?
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. All of you um feel almost like the floor shift. And you are standing in a room that appears to be like a living room. Um, have all of you've all seen the photo of the crime scene from Heather's, you know that this is Heather's living
Yeah.
Oh.
room. And standing in the doorway is a man with short brown hair, brown eyes. He's thin and fairly tall. Um, and smiling with this incredibly charming smile. Um, that is simultaneously like it's off-putting because you know that this person is not to be trusted. But the impression that he gives off doesn't come off that way. And you see him for a second, And then Heather looks over at the couch where she had said she saw the other woman sitting. And sitting on the couch is a orange cat. And as Heather kind of like looks to the rest of you, like the cat hops off of the couch and starts walking away into like what you assume is probably like a kitchen.
Follow that dang cat.
Yeah. You follow the cat, and instead of walking into a kitchen, you walk into a wooded area. It You are surrounded entirely by trees. Um, Looking around, you hear um very distant like trickling water. And this cat just wanders onward. Um, and as you are continuing forward, another cat appears from amidst the trees and just starts leading you toward off in a different direction. Both these cats are going in the same direction, and then a third. Um, and finally, you see a figure sitting on the ground, in front of what looks like a small dip, and there is um, more of like a stream than a river, um, sort of flowing in front of this person who is sitting cross-legged on the ground. And each of these three cats sort of walk over and sit down next to her and among her. Um, and Heather sort of, I think that's her. I think that's the girl that's on the couch. And
cats
she,
there?
no, there were no cats. I don't know. Um, and Heather sort of like walks around to look at this woman, and you see a let me pull up my notes. You see a relatively young woman, probably like early 20s. Um, there are obviously these three cats around her, and then there is a fourth one, a black cat that's just sitting in her lap, and she's just kind of like scratching its ears and staring off blankly. And Heather sort of like kneels down in the leaves and mud in front of her and says, "Yeah, this is this is the woman that I saw." I don't
I
know.
I tried to like memorize her face so that later I could draw
Mhm.
it.
Um, let's see. Um, you see, um, she is very pretty. She's wearing just like a t-shirt, a plain t-shirt and a hoodie, or like a zip-up hoodie. Um, she does have two pins on the hoodie. One is a like rainbow flag pin, and the other one is for a, local college. It is for um the UMBC college, which is my brain is shit in the bed for what it stands for right now. University of Maryland, Baltimore County. You guys know that that is exceptionally close to your domain. And when I say exceptionally close, it is within walking distance. Um, but she's just sitting there staring blankly forward. Heather goes, I don't, can we talk to her? Is she really here? Is that how this works?
Oh, you could try. It's more than likely not going to be her, but it might change the outcome of the premonition to lead us closer to her.
She sort of moves closer and reaches out gently to her hand toward the cat, and the cat just kind of like looks at her and thinks for a second, and then sort of like leans down to push her head into Heather's hand. And Heather takes her other hand and holds on to this woman's hand. And she says, I, we don't know where you are or who you are, but we're gonna find you. We're gonna find you before what happened to me happens to you. We'll find you.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a motorcycle here somehow.
And
House.
What is happening?
Do you live near
motorcycle.
me? Because I get that all the time.
Your house is
And you
back.
guys do hear something else in the background of this premonition. It is not a motorcycle. It is a train. And when I say train,
Ooh.
not like it is a very heavy duty rail train. That sounds exceptionally close. And as you all like sort of look around at the sound of this train, the woman's hand leaves the cat where it had been petting her and just reaches out and points. And fuck off. And points downriver. And further down this river, you see a very small, very beaten, what appears to be a shed, like a handmade with whatever the hell you could cobble together out of the forest shed or cabin like structure. And as you see that is when the vision shatters, almost like a mirror. And you find yourselves all sitting around in a circle. Heather like wipes her eyes. And Willem blinks a time or two.
You're doing all right.
Paper.
Yeah. Poppy grabs 2 pieces of paper. She hands one to Willem. She hugs Heather real fast and then sits down and starts trying to draw really fast.
Okay. I have
Now,
to say,
I don't know if this is the case, but I want you to be prepared for this. This girl might not be like just a victim here. We deal in dark, issues, and she could be working with him or even be the one that's making him go out and do these horrible murders. I don't know if that's true, it's just a theory, but like that could be a possibility.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was going to say there
Don't
wasn't
get
the
these
vibe
visions a
that I
lot,
got,
so
but I mean, I also didn't get any warning signs from Sam either. Yeah. Um.
4 cats plus this girl plus
Mhm.
Heather. That's 6. So that's as many people who have been involved with Sam total. So I'm guessing that the 4 cats are the 4 women who have died.
Possibly. It's a premonition. Like
Yeah.
sometimes it could mean that you're not sure 100%.
Yeah.
I will say,
Did we like
um,
figure out that like the girl wasn't like accounted for with the other like
Yeah.
murders?
The 3 other people that we didn't know about
yeah,
that
in
Heather
in
saw.
the shared vision that you saw, Heather pointed out that the women you saw, she was pretty certain were dead. You did not see the other woman until Heather showed you just now. And I will say I need Poppy and Willem to go ahead and make an intelligence and craft
Okay.
roll. Yeah, that sounds right. Intelligence and
Poppy
craft.
has a specialty in painting.
Fantastic. Would you have paint with you?
Like watercolors, probably. It might be something that you would carry around. I don't have to do it.
Hang on. Sorry. You guys are at the Haven, so you could go get paint.
Yeah.
It's easy enough to say you guys have it there. Yeah. So I will let you use your speciality there.
Is there anything else I could do to add to this?
You could do a blood surge.
What
Blood surge. You roll a rouse check, and then you add 2 dice to your pool. Is it 2 dice or 3? I think it's 2.
I think
Yes,
it's
it's 2.
2.
Yeah. And for what it's worth, even if you do fail that route check, your hunger does not technically go up until after you make this check.
Oh, shoot. That's what would this be then?
1, 2 plus 4.
6 successes.
Yeah. So, um, what does Poppy's artwork look like? For reference, this depending on Poppy's art style, it may not be like obviously a photorealistic rendition. At least you know for certain that Willems is not going to be. That's
No.
just not his style. But it very much
She's been apprenticing under Willem for the past 60 years. So I would imagine that a lot of her art takes inspiration from his.
mhm.
But it has kind of a more solid flair to it. Like his is mostly
So like abstract.
Impressionistic,
impressionistic. Hers is
More
a little
grounded,
bit more
little bit-
photorealistic, perhaps.
yes.
Okay.
stylized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is. Both of the artworks are exceptionally good. 6 successes is wild. And you both got exactly that. They are very accurate depictions of what all of you saw. To the point that it's not obviously the exact same style of what like a police sketch artist would come up with, but it might actually be a bit more um accurate just because of like the colors of the skin. So you do note that the colors around both the other woman and this man, they were very lifelike. They were not pale as death, effectively. You know that that's not always like a solid guarantee for what it means, but just for that. But yeah, you have two very incredibly detailed depictions of what these two individuals look like. Are you okay? Oh, Kevin's like looking for something and it was right under his nose. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, so what now? I mean, we know what she looks like. Um, to,
Kat, I know that it might be a very long shot,
mhm,
but um, Betty has been around the block in Baltimore for a hot minute. Is
mhm.
it possible that she would know, like by face, Sam?
I mean, he looks pretty plain, honestly. Like I mean, he's kind of handsome in like a very like magazine level handsome of like
Yeah,
the sort of person that you would see on like college website when they're trying to show you like all of the,
yeah.
attractive young
Now,
people that
not
visit.
like high fashion model,
No,
but like
no,
Old
like
Navy model.
yeah, very much Old Navy model. Yeah, like
Okay. Got it. Okay. Well, like I don't know, he could
yeah,
be using
he
a different name, but like if
yeah, he
she knew
doesn't
him in
look
the vampire circuit, that's yeah.
yeah, he doesn't look like anybody that he's ever met. But also there are, you know, millions of people in Baltimore, so
You
Millions of
know,
vampires here too.
Millions
yeah.
of
How many
individuals.
vampires are there in Baltimore?
technically, we haven't put a number on it. It is a lot more than is typical.
At some point, we'll figure out that there's mostly vampires in Baltimore.
That
Why are we all
tracks.
hiding?
A lot of sense. It's that and like Newark, New Jersey. Same amount of vampires.
Um,
This is why I'm telling you guys, stop making vampires. People are gonna come after us.
what do you mean come after us? Is that like I know
It's
you had
not.
mentioned like not wanting to tell people like are vampire hunters a thing? I hang on. Did didn't the other guy
Yes. They're
he said
they're
something about
vampire
Blade?
hunters and they work for the government, so
They
just be careful.
It's not anything you need to worry about as long as. I mean, typically we don't get in trouble with them unless somebody is doing something very obvious
Yeah, like wear
like
capes and
or do something
hit
in front
people.
of cameras.
that's okay. All right. Good to know.
just act natural and they'll be all right. I think that uh you are gonna be unliving the same way everybody else is. You eat, you go to work, you do your thing.
Mhm.
But just so you know,
I
so
I
you're
don't I
aware.
don't I don't think I could go back to work doing the same thing just for what it's worth. Um,
That's fair. Both Willem and I work at here. It's in the sleep area. We're doctors, like you.
oh,
It's kind of ironic,
Hello,
hang on.
actually.
place.
What are we?
Oh,
Say it.
you say where are we or what are we?
No, no, where? Like, I mean,
Okay. You said, what are we?
No. Like I,
I
I
thought
mean,
we
like
established already.
I remember a parking lot and like a couple of buildings, but it was dark, and I honestly do not remember most of that, and maybe just don't want to.
What's the hospital's name?
Are we in a hospital?
Yes. We are technically in a hospital.
Okay, all right. That
Theoretically.
technically is carrying a lot of weight.
Spring Grove, the hospital for the mentally ill.
Yeah, where's Spring Grove?
We're you are not checked in, but we are technically in a mental hospital.
That is true.
I
Yes.
mean, honestly, no, the tracks. Okay, all right. Um,
I know it's a lot to
I
take
have
in.
lots of questions,
Okay.
but we can get to that in time.
We've got time to answer it. I think well the guy should be back any second though.
And also just because that's more convenient. As you say that, the entourage roll in.
That's really funny.
Oh, you guys could have just stopped the Dairy
Wow,
Queen.
you premonitioned that so hard. Hi guys, what did you learn?
Stuff.
Wait. I learned that I have too many books. I've
We
been
already
putting
knew
books
that.
away the entire time you guys been talking. We learned the names of several of the victims.
That's good.
But not the missing one.
I mean, they were missing. But yeah, I mean, we got about 4 names.
It was 3 names.
Yeah. So we learned that. Got the small details like the name of the investigators and the prior things.
Mhm.
Found out about the burner phone. The SIM card was purchased at a Walmart. With somewhere in Maryland, sort of in this area, perhaps. My contact is going to see if they can track it down a little further.
Oh. We know we have very artistic depictions of what uh Sam and the other woman look like.
Oh,
I showed them to Husk.
Wow, very good. It could be in a museum.
This
Is
was
that-
made in crayon? I'm
is that-
proud of you.
Is that a Monet?
No.
Oh, well, it's
That
going on the
should be
fridge
like
either way.
Is
Good job.
that a Picasso?
It looks pretty accurate. The
Let me see.
vibes immaculate.
Jackson Pollock.
I don't know any artists. I know like 5 artists. 7, sorry.
You do
I know
not want to be
Michelangelo.
compared to Picasso. That bitch fucking sucks.
Well, I know Picasso. I know Van Gogh, Michelangelo,
I feel like Betty would
Donatello,
have
Raphael,
personal.
and Leonardo.
I had my
Fucking
dog
Picasso.
Wait, that reminds me of one. George Surratt the Dot. I've heard about him. He painted by making little dots all over until he had a picture.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do I recognize?
Hey, he doesn't ring any bells for you.
Wow, he looks
I-
incredibly average.
I do take pictures on my phone.
Mhm.
I was going to post this onto the webs to see if anyone can help. Is that okay, group of masters?
The drawing?
Post,
I don't know.
post what on the web?
The picture
mean,
of
like-
the drawn and
What are
say,
you
hey,
captioning as?
Okay,
Hey, I'm
for what
looking
it's
for
worth.
this man.
Okay.
Like, what?
Heather, for what it's worth, like these very clearly are not regular police sketches, and I have been informed that like Blade is a thing that we need to worry about. So like, would it be bad for us to post this and then the police to come around and be like, "Hey, how
Well,
do you?"
see, what I'm gonna post is, hey, I saw this guy walking out around outside my house a couple nights. He seems a bit sketchy. Anyone know who this is? And if whatever. And I'm gonna post it
I
on one of the
drew a
white
very
suburbia.
beautiful picture of him.
Also,
There's some artists.
so like,
That
what's the
sounds.
okay? Because I was gonna say, I'm like, were you trying to like, are we pretending like this is like trying to be an impression of? She's like, I'm so sorry, Willem, I do not mean to be insulting, but it very much kind of seems like in the vibe of
Yeah.
Van Gogh. I think it's
It's
very
okay.
like,
Wilhelm's not that
um,
great of an artist. We all know that. He's trying.
His name is Willem.
Hey,
Willem.
you can do
Sorry.
better than
um,
you.
I'm
The
just saying,
style
like
Better than
maybe
you.
should we have like a cover for why it's in this style?
Simple. I am a suburban white woman taking art classes at community college. That's why I'm scared of this man walking across my yard every night.
What if he steals your art?
Willem just kind of like turns and looks at you.
Poppy looks at Willem.
That's so mean.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, it's an interesting style.
I mean, do you know how many times I get alerts from next door saying, "Hey, look, this strange person walking across my yard." You get it all the time.
Is that like a
do
Facebook?
they usually come with like
Well, most of the time
impressionist
it's a picture
speech?
from a phone, but you know, we can play around with it. Oh, I
Sure.
got an idea. I put it in and go, GP, can
No,
you make
stop
this
it.
look like a realistic person?
No, we're gonna start up the arson talk again if you do that.
I was
Yes.
gonna say that
I'm going to personally get the
I
fucking flashlight on you.
for what it's worth, I would actually feel like it might be a bit more believable if like you claimed that it was AI, because then like there's a plausible deniability of like it just happened to decide to do it in this very unique style. Because like I don't know if either of you like sell your art, would this like be able to trace back to you? Or because like you said that you still have like jobs and stuff, but also you said that you're doctors. So I'm
I'm a doctor too.
just being, are you also an artist?
We're all doctors. Relax.
No, not an
Wait,
artist.
are
Just
we?
4 people in this room are doctors.
No.
Definitely not a doctor.
No.
But
Anyone can be an artist if they do art.
that's true.
I make
surprisingly
candles.
large number of doctors in this coterie.
I make really beautiful.
There's only 2 doctors and a nurse.
Surprisingly,
Yeah.
you're not a doctor if you doctor.
Willem,
doctor.
Poppy, JJ, 3 doctors.
Heather,
Now,
Oh, yeah, I
Heather.
forgot one of them.
Heather's a doctor. That's 4 now.
I'm a
Yeah.
brain
Is
surgeon.
Philip a doctor?
Go what?
Could have been.
I'm a
Is
brain surgeon.
Liam
That's still
a
a
doctor?
physician.
Is
No,
he
just saying.
trained?
Yeah,
Not
so
like formally.
actually,
Okay.
Poppy is is into neurology with sleep disorders.
Mhm.
Same with Willem. What's your specialty?
Mostly that as well. Broader bit of like psychology as well. But
Probably psychiatry is, that's the doctor version. The physician version, I say. They're both doctors, PhD, but okay. And then you're a brain surgeon, and I'm a hematologist. So I'm the odd person out. Y'all 3 deal with heads, I deal with blood.
Yeah, none of that in the
I
head.
mean, that is important to all of everything up there.
It's all
Um,
connected. But we can all agree that that's a lot of debt we all were in.
Mhm.
Medical school. So, oh, wait. Probably not you two. You guys predate that kind of shit. You guys probably like, ooh, I'm going to medical school. Oh, no, I'm spending $2,000 for all 7 years. Ooh.
But I have sweets I've already paid off.
Wait, when did you guys go to medical school?
Well, I was in basically same era as you. These two are like, what, 80 years old, and I think William's like 400 or something, shit like
It's
that.
not. It's
No, he's 18.
100?
18. Damn. What life
looks
did
good.
you live? Fuck.
1850, I think.
She was a nurse.
Yeah,
Like,
something
very
like
old
that.
for 18.
I don't know how old everyone is. I just give estimates based on the vernacular they utilize. Like the amount of 40 slang that Betty drops every now and then.
I've known since I've been around for about 150 years or so.
Hmm.
Altogether. Some of that was as immortal. Most that was. All right, so we're going to post this on the internet.
There's an idea. You could also
You
just use
went
like
to
Google
the
Lens and shit.
library?
Yeah, check it out, book. Yeah, Bird Bar Diaries. It's a good book. You should read it.
No.
Okay.
No, Murderbot Diaries is a fantastic book. It's an Apple Plus
The
TV
TV
series.
show just came
Sponsor.
out. It's a very good book series.
We wish.
Yeah.
I'd be happy just a free account.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
good.
Dylan's here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hi, Dylan.
Sorry, we're looking at 40 slang. I like was it Ducky Shin Cracker?
What?
What?
Ducky Shin
That
Cracker.
sounds like a slur.
Wacky
Like,
Wacky's good.
100% does.
Is that
Hey.
Peg's like nephew or whatever?
Ducky
nephew.
Ship Cracker is a really good dancer, and
Hey,
Khaki Wacky
your
is a
mom
girl
knows
who's
how to
crazy
use
about
technology.
boys.
Okay.
Is this where old cartoons got all the character names?
Probably.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably, yeah.
I say these all the
No.
time, like on a daily basis.
Yeah.
You
Killer
guys
Diller. That's
posting
you!
this
You're
to
a
the
killer
internet.
diller! Sorry.
Yeah, so we're going to be going to, okay, Heather, this is new to you. In a few moments, hour-ish, I don't know what time the sun
I'd say
rises
it's
now.
probably getting close, because, like,
Yeah. You're going to participate in something that everyone in this room except for me must do. It's called day sleep.
Oh.
The sun will start to rise and you're going to collapse. You can try to resist. It's not easy from what I hear, except for me. So it's going to come. So we should get you some sort of place to rest.
so should I sit down? Also, why do you have superpowers?
Have you ever seen the movie Blade? All their strengths, none of their weaknesses. That's this motherfucker right here.
Wait, are
Except
you a
I'm not British.
Dampier?
No, that's a whole different thing. That we don't talk about Dampiers. Fancy ass ghoul motherfuckers. No, I'm what's called a neo-human, the supreme being. No, we call it Thin Bloods.
You need to calm down.
Yeah, I'm slightly different.
Okay.
But yeah, Dampiers is actually the child of a Thin Blood who is of the highest generation that are born, and they're kind of like a weird kind of self-perpetuating ghoul.
I thought that you were being allegorical when you mentioned that Willem is my father, sort of.
The correct term is sire
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
or vampire daddy.
We're not doing that.
You don't
I'm
have to
sorry,
say
Willem,
that.
but no.
Could be a Vaddy.
No.
You'll
No,
find
we're
that many
not
of us
doing
here say
that.
a bunch of things nobody else
Oh,
agrees
lad.
with or would say.
Yeah. JJ will just speak out of his ass. Do not trust JJ with most information.
But yeah, so he's your sire. Poppy is your blood sibling, basically, or brood sibling.
Actually,
They're all called kindred.
before we go to day sleep, Heather, we should probably talk about Willem real quick. I gotta real quick. JJ, well, we're all asleep. Look up, try to figure out who this girl is.
I give him the portrait of her.
She has a button from UMBC. So
Yeah,
she
that's
might
right down
know
the street.
her. Yeah.
I went there.
All right, Heather, let's go to the room real quick. I gotta tell you who Willem is.
I mean, other than my vampire daddy.
Did you
Yeah,
just
he's
call him
your baddie.
Wilhelm?
Willem.
It's Willem.
Yeah, we all really mispronounce his name constantly. You should have really put that extra letter in there, Katrina.
It's Willem. It's been that way. You just keep fucking it up.
Because I like the Wilhelm scream.
I know.
I
I also
see.
find it
Did
very
somebody turn
weird
the heat
that
on?
JJ would.
Like Willem Dafoe.
You're the only one who doesn't say it correctly, JJ.
I had a speech impediment growing up.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I guess that's. Uh, do I just like sleep on your couch or something during this day sleep thing, or?
You could.
Sleep with
I
Poppy.
sleep on the couch. You could sleep in my room. My
Hey,
brother.
why are you sleeping on the couch?
I, my brother usually sleeps in my room, but he's not here. I don't actually know where he is.
You can afford a cot.
I like the couch.
This is such a petty Kevin thing. We'll explain it later.
We have
a
three
cot
cots upstairs
in
in the
our house
hospital.
that no one wants to use. Anyway, okay. So
You can get one of those beds that the hospitals always have for fathers, and the majority of that are horrible.
Poppy, you lead Heather and Willem into your room.
Yeah. Give her.
What's Poppy's and River's room look like currently?
River just in there. What the fuck?
Is River here?
No, he's not here. You
Uh,
know that he's occasionally been going out. You do know that he's recently found a haven
Booty.
of his own.
He's a
Um,
party dude.
He said it's kind of like a shack, but
oh,
it's a place to put his head where he feels pretty safe.
dang. He's got a new coterie. He doesn't care anymore.
He said he'd like to see it eventually, but he seemed kind of busy recently. So
Yeah. I think that it'll have like both. Will have portraits or paintings from all three of them, Poppy, River, and Willem. I think there's a few framed photos that Poppy and River put up of them at when they were younger, when they were still alive.
Mhm.
There's a picture. Oh, that made myself sad. There's a picture in a frame by the bed of Poppy's daughter, Maria, as a baby.
Heather's just kind of like looking around. I guess, and she sort of like awkwardly sits down on the bed.
Some of us stay here. Uh, a bunch of us have other places that we live, but I usually stay here. Husk usually stays here. And it depends on the time of the week where everybody else is. This room usually is off limits these days, or not off limits, but vacant these days. Long story, but I usually sleep on the couch anyway. Husk gets up early. JJ has his own place to stay. So does Betty, and Matthew, and Leon. If you need
Willem says,
anything, I'm sorry.
like Willem says I do have a an apartment not far from here that Poppy and I occasionally stay at that you're welcome to if you prefer something a bit more private, I suppose. But I understand that this is like a lot, and you may understand if you would prefer to be further away from me or with a group, or either way, however you feel. And Heather's like, I honestly don't know really how to feel. I mean, like, I know that like everybody's been apologizing, and I know that this is I'm probably still in shock, realistically. Um, I don't know if my body does that currently, but that's how I feel. Um, but I think right now I want to I want to be around whoever is helping solve this.
Mm.
If this is what I came back for, I want to do this. I feel like I owe it to those other girls. Even if even if the girl with the cats isn't alive, or if she's some evil, I don't know, sidekick or Renfield, whatever the heck you call them, or if she's a victim. I feel like this is the best place to help.
We're sorry about the circumstances, but we are probably the best people equipped to figure this out, honestly. Husk has a history.
You guys, I don't know how this works. Like, so it seemed like it's implied that like the government hunts vampires, but also you guys have some connections. Like, is it something that you can go to the police for help with? Like,
Hmm,
do you have a Renfield on the police force? Is that a thing?
we don't.
Oh, that's a
There
bummer.
might be a way to kind of work around it. But it's not something. It's something that I will. It's something that we have to discuss because I don't think Husk would be interested in it. That I am thinking possibly we could get his daughter involved, but I don't know if he'd be open to that.
Okay, so completely understand if you are not willing to talk about it, because I realize that this might be a kind of a touchy subject. And she just kind of like looks over at the baby picture. How have like kids and like it feels rude to ask, but like Willem said he's been around for like 150 years. Like, i- is your baby still around? I assume they're not a baby anymore.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry if I realize that's kind of personal. I'm sorry. I just
no, it's okay. I Nobody ever really asks. So yeah, their name is Maria, and she was born about a year before I was turned.
oh,
But I, right before, right after I was turned, my mother, um, not knowing what happened to me, turned me away at the door, and I kind of let her. And so she raised my daughter by herself. And then she raised my granddaughter as well. And I heard she's getting married soon.
I'm sorry.
It happens. I think it's happened to a lot of us, actually. But you don't want to bring a kid into this. I've thought a lot, actually, about what would have happened if I did. And I don't think I could have. If I had decided, I don't think I could have.
And you said that Husk's daughter, is she like a cop? Is she on the police force?
I He told us that she was I think he said that she was a private eye. Um, Jeanette's going crazy, like she doesn't know what's going on. um, but he talked about her before, so but it's not once. So if you blinked, you missed it. um, but I don't think he is interested in that. But I do think if she is a private eye, she might be able to help. I don't know how many kids Husk had, but I know that he also left them behind. And I don't really know about anybody else. It's not some. Well, actually, JJ said he has several kids, actually, too.
Somehow that honestly, yeah, no, okay, I can see that. He said he's only been a vampire for like a short while though, right?
Yeah, but I think he had like several children when he was. So they probably are still around too. I don't know what they're doing.
Okay. Okay, so like for this day sleep thing, does it happen like exactly at sunset? Like if I'm sitting up, am I just gonna fall onto the floor or
Yes, and you probably should be. Well, you
oh
definitely should be in a place that is doesn't have access to sun,
oh,
because you will
then
die.
assume we're in a basement because there I haven't seen a window.
Oh yeah, we're in a basement.
Like I don't think since I entered the building. Um, okay. Thank you for telling me all of this.
Again, if you need anything, I'm here. I think Willem is also here.
Willem has been sort of like awkwardly sitting on the arm of the couch. Because yeah, I can. I have a room sort of slightly down and across the hall. You're perfectly willing if you prefer to stay here in Poppy's room, or I also have a couch or chair in my room that is free. But
Also, as I said, Husk stays here too, and I'm sure that he would be open to talking to you. You're kind of new to this, so he doesn't have
I know,
anything
yeah.
against you.
Thank you.
Mhm. Also, elephants in the room.
I was yeah, like I don't know how I don't know. Like you guys seem like you're kind of private in some ways, but like I kind of recognize a big theme with some of the art in the room. It's very Starry Night, and I'm kind of getting a vibe. And now, granted, it has been a long time since I took an art class, um, but I'm kind of thinking that the 1850s-ish sounds familiar. And Willem just sort of, yeah. And he actually reaches up and removes a fake pathetic ear.
You're just now getting
What
it.
the fuck? What?
Oh
Am I
my
killing in the
god.
background?
What?
Are they now getting it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not Kevin roasting Van Gogh. What are you talking about?
Kevin knew the whole time. That's why.
Yeah, that's why I did it because I thought it was hilarious.
Five hard new classes.
He says, yeah,
It goes one of my favorites.
Rembrandt.
Vincent is a bit too on the nose, so I usually go by my middle name. So, uh, obviously, I don't use the other name as well. I usually go by Willem
Van
Henry.
Rogo. Oh.
Um, but yeah, I will say I do think I am probably the most well-known person in on the premises at the moment, but not to brag.
So now you know.
Yeah.
It's really warm in here.
There's always gonna be a surprise
They may
celebrity
have told me.
vampire daddy.
He has, from the, I think, like, beginning, has been Poppy's sire. So as long as Poppy has been around.
Yeah. Even from the days back when it was play by post. Yeah.
We did a lot of
so-
research to figure out like why he would be at the sleep clinic, and it was because like Willem, or not Willem, but Van Gogh had a lot of problems like sleeping when he was so.
Yeah, and he like mysteriously died. That totally tracks. Bullshit.
So yeah,
It's like Poe being Cozy's grandsire.
that's weird. Like that's insane.
That's crazy bullshit. I didn't even come up with that. That was all Kevin.
Hilariously, the Poe thing happened after. I'm pretty sure it happened after Callie chose Van Gogh as Poppy's sire.
All right, well then, yeah.
But I feel like that is a good place to stop for the night. I wish we could go longer, but like it's been a really long day for us,
No,
and it
it's
is a great
fine, I
time
get it.
to call it. So I had so much fun. Cannot wait until next time. And in the meantime, I hope you all had a bloody good time. Bye.